my name is Liene and welcome back to my channel. This time I'm gonna do the mid-year book freakout tag. I look a bit rough, but I look exactly how I feel, and it's too hot to put on makeup because it's gonna sweat right off. So we're gonna do this like this. So it's mid-year already, like half of the year is over. It's July and I have done this tag, like this is the third time. It's my third year on YouTube and third year for this tag. I'm gonna warn you that I'm gonna like repeat myself with some books or authors or something. It's inevitable. I have read over 30 books so far this year. I'm gonna link the exact number somewhere here. So yeah, I quickly picked up the books, looked through them, what fits the questions, so let's just make this quick. So let's go through the questions. Number 1, best book you've read so far this year. I'm gonna share 2 books. One's gonna repeat a couple of times, but first, The Lake House by Kate Morton. This was such a nice surprise. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but I really loved it. I liked the 2 timeline thing, past and present, and how they like came together, what joined them together, like what was the thing. And yeah, I really like this book. It's like a mystery, a thing that happened. A little boy disappeared like 70 years ago, I think it was, and then a detective comes across that case 70 years later, and she's intrigued and she wants to find out what exactly happened. So yeah, story about that. Great book. And then the one that has been mentioned on BookTube a lot, so I'm not gonna talk about it a lot. It's Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I really loved it. I loved it. That's all I'm gonna say. I loved it. Number 2, best sequel you read so far this year. Haven't read a lot of sequels, just a couple of them, and the best from the ones I have read definitely is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. So I need to read more sequels. I need to continue the series I'm reading because yeah, I haven't been doing that. But yeah, best sequel, Crooked Kingdom. I really liked it. I like the first one better. I think it's kind of unpopular opinion that people like first one better, but yeah, great sequel. Great like end of the duology. I really enjoyed it. Number 3, new release you haven't read yet but want to. A Woe So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the third and the last book in a Cursebreaker trilogy, and it came out I think in January, so it's kind of new release because it came out this year, I think. But yeah, this I really want to read. I've buddy read the first 2 books with Hillary, and we're gonna buddy read eventually this one too, so yeah. Number 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. There are a couple of books I know are coming out, but the one that I really want to get to, and I will get to, is Midnight in Everwood. I think that's the title, by M.A. Kuznier. I think the cover reveal happened like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something like that. It's such a beautiful book, and it is a Nutcracker retelling. And I saw last year the ARCs were sent out. The ARCs were so beautiful. I particularly remember Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin reading the book, and yeah, I've been wanting it since. Number 5, biggest disappointment. It's Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. I was so disappointed. At some point I was so bored of the book. It's a sequel of Ready Player 1, but I think it's unnecessary sequel. The first book was amazing. I loved it. It was one of my favorite books from last year, and I don't know what I expected from this one, but it was disappointing. Number 6, biggest surprise. First, I just couldn't think of any books. But then I remember I picked up Heart of Thorns by Brie Barton. This is a fairy lit book from like 4 years ago, and I didn't expect anything from the book. I just picked it up because it's the book, one of the books that I have had for the longest from Fairy Loot, and I was so pleasantly surprised that I read it and I really liked it, and I really need to get the sequels. I think it's a trilogy, so all the books are out because I saw the third one. And yeah, it was really nice. The main character, she's brought up and she wants to be the demon hunter, but one day she is like, her life turns around when she is forced to marry a son of the king, and yeah, she decides to run away and things escalate from that. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Number 7, favorite new author. I think I'm gonna mention Kate Morton. I read both of her books that I have this year, The Lake House and Secret Keeper, and I really enjoyed both of them. This one was my favorite from the two, but they are both great. I really like those stories that has some past mysteries and they are kind of explored nowadays, and there is some element that connects those two timelines, and these were great. Number 8, newest fictional crush. I think all the years I do this tag, I have said that I don't get fictional crushes, and that's true. I don't have any fictional crush on a character. I like some characters, but I don't have a crush on them. Number 9, newest favorite character. I'm gonna repeat myself with Six of Crows, and I could show you Crooked Kingdom, but it's at the bottom of the pile. But Inej from Six of Crows, she's my favorite character. I really loved her. Like, her backstory was heartbreaking, but yeah, I really enjoyed her character. And then Chloe from Get Alive, Chloe Brown. She was such a fun and such a nice character. I really liked her. She's, despite everything that's happening in her life, like her chronic illness and everything else, she's like, I feel like she's a positive character. Like, I enjoyed reading about her, and yeah, just she was amazing. Number 10, book that made you cry. Once again, Six of Crows, more Crooked Kingdom. The end of it made me cry, so this one. And then I teared up. I don't think I cried, sobbed full on, but some tears happened when I read Beloved by Toni Morrison. Because of the themes, it's about a woman who lives in this house that is haunted by her dead daughter, and it looks back on her life, on not just her but multiple characters' pasts as slaves, and it is heartbreaking to read how much they had to go through. It just is terrifying that they had to live through the things they lived through. So yeah, it was emotional and heartbreaking, but good book. Number 11, book that made you happy. This was the hardest question, I think. I just didn't know what to choose, but I looked through the books I read so far this year, and I decided Polar Bear Explorers Club by Alex Bell is the one that made me happy, because it was such a great read, middle grade read about friends. Like, the friend group in this one was so great. I don't know, I just really liked them, and it was a great book. Number 12, the most beautiful book you bought so far this year. I have two, once again. I have Octonami by Trevor Allan Forrest. This is a fantasy book. Look at how beautiful black this one is. It is gorgeous. Like, it's matte and then there is shiny elements on it. Just gorgeous. And then look inside. Look at this. I just love it. I think it's so beautiful on the inside too, like those elements around the page. Beautiful. And then another beautiful book, just I cannot show this one. It's Witches Steeped in Gold by Sian Smart, and this is the Fairy Loot edition. It is gorgeous, shiny and gorgeous. It has stencil sprayed edges. It is beautiful underneath, and the dust jacket has an artwork on the reverse, so it is just beautiful. And the last one, number 13, is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? There are a lot of books I need to read, but I'm gonna mention Agatha Christie, because this author, like, I can read whatever books. I picked up the first, like, not three, first, third and fourth, because the second one I have read, and my mom chose for me to read some Agatha Christie. She just said Agatha Christie. I can choose whatever books I have from her. I borrowed them from my mom, and yeah, just Agatha Christie. I think all of these are the Poirot murder mysteries. At least these two definitely are, because he's mentioned on the back, but I think this one too. So yeah, some Agatha Christie. I don't know what are the English titles. Let's see inside if they say it. So, Cat Among the Pigeons, this one. Then this is Mysterious Affair at Styles. And the last one, Murder in Mesopotamia. Those were our 13 questions. I'm not gonna tag anyone. If you want to do this tag, do it. I think it's a great tag for this time of the year, just to check in how your reading is doing. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Bye!